Let's see, what year are we in? 2024. So around, I believe it was like 2015, maybe 2016. I had reached this state called enlightenment. And it was Satori. It was all in one. It was hitting that point of I am, I know. It was very blissful. I remember sitting, looking at a rose for, it ended up being hours. I thought it was just minutes. I was just enamored by everything because everything was clear and amazing and bright and beautiful. And I was just like, oh, this is so awesome. I remember going back to work and I could hear people's thoughts, which was really disturbing because I didn't realize how much people didn't like me. And then I started to regress a little bit because I felt their negativity. And that took me backwards a little bit. But then it was the next day after I hit that state, I was doing a yoga class. It was a yoga Pilates, excellent class. And I remember thinking, I'm no longer, and this was my ex-husband who was in this form, my soulmate, my twin flame. And I remember thinking, I'm not going to think negatively about you anymore. I'm just not. And as soon as I had that thought, this energy came barreling in my head right here. It was almost like somebody took a spear and just drove it into my body. And it went all the way through down to my left foot. And I remember looking at my instructor and she looked at me and I was like, I'm about to pass out. And I did. I fell straight to the floor. And then when I came to, I had no idea what that was and why. I do now. I'll explain that in a second. But the other thing that I remember when I went through this process, there's many things, but this is the key one, which is what I'm doing right now, was I was sitting in bed, I was sitting up and I was getting ready to, focus on God, go back to God. And he came in and he opened up my energy field and I was open to the universe. And I was like, whoa, that's amazing. And all of a sudden he shut it down. And I was like, why did you do that? He never explained. I never understood. Until now. My ex, not just in the physical, but in the metaphysical as well. He represents my ex at all levels because he's my ex now. Because he had no desire to build with me or help me in any way, shape, or form. He was only guiding me and showing me these things so that he could anchor into me, connect into me, him and many, many others, so they could siphon from me and steal my powers, my abilities. Had nothing to do with building and working together, because the things that transpired after I had enlightenment and after that connection was made, that was him and her, the woman that he wanted to replace me with so that he could create his his harem is what he called it, his sex harem of a bunch of sex slaves. And that's how he wanted to rule. But he needed me to do so because I'm the one that held the power, the universe, the source. And he knew that. So he betrayed me very badly. Very, very badly. And as I'm working through all of the emotions and basically getting rid of him, evicting him from my space, from my temple, getting him the hell away from me, not allowing him to ever have access to me again. And he is not permitted in my energy field in my space, in my creation, in my universe. Ever. And now that I've set that boundary is complete. He can't come back. Now he has to live in his own illusion and delusion. Whatever reality he wants to create, that's on him. I don't care. I will never, ever, ever be forced into an arranged marriage, or there's only one for you. No. Because what happens if they go toxic? That's what happens. You become a slave to their mentality, to their belief systems. You don't get choice. You don't get free will. That's ripped from you. And where do you run to? The one that created you? Who honors free will? So as I changed the game to a new universe, brought in a new divine counterpart who has done the work and has rised up to the ranks finally, and is clearly aware of who I am, can see me for who I am, understands more the power that I yield, and understands his role and my role, which is to protect me. Protect the most beautiful light, the most beautiful energy, the most loving, pure, kind energy there is in the universe, so that it can flourish, it can create, it can manifest, it can nurture, it can build, it can expand and grow. You love it. Create that safety and that security around her. Protect her at all costs. Protect that grain of sand that God entrusted in me. That pure light, that pure love, pure divinity. Protect it at all costs. And for doing so, you're rewarded richly. You'll have everything. I'll have everything. All I ever wanted was to be in love. Never felt that before. Never felt a masculine who was in love with me, truly. Not as Rebecca and my greater self either. The masculine that was created for her filled her with hate, fear, destroyed her identity, everything about her, manipulated and controlled. This is why the feminine is so victimized and wounded. It was never supposed to be this way. It's sad. A sad story, but a sad story is going to turn into a happy story. Because for the first time tonight, I was doing my meditation, and since I kicked him out last night when I found him in my I am center, my identity, I removed all of his energy and the energy of others that were attached, got them out of my space. I started to open up my universe again. It's gorgeous. Started to plant my seed, my mustard seed of faith and love. Allow that to grow within my universe to prepare myself for a real masculine that I can nourish, love, worship, and just be in total bliss. Like two kids in a sandbox playing. And Earth is their sandbox. The universe is their sandbox. And from there they create beautiful things. And that love that they create within themselves and others, it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows. And becomes the new way. Supporting each other, unifying, trust, honesty, authenticity, commitment, respect, loyalty, so much more. My vision of heaven on earth that I had many years ago when I started this process is finally coming to fruition. I can feel it. It starts with me. I'm the key. I understand that now. My cat is eating my cookie. Doggone it. As I remove the old toxic masculine to heal the feminine and the toxicity that was literally dumped into her. As I heal those aspects and those wounds, and that's my job. I'm a healer. I am the healer. Pour that love into a new universe, into a masculine and other energies that are worthy, but it's mainly a masculine because that's my other half. It's beautiful. I'm going to keep working on it and keep pouring into it and keep creating it until it manifests into the material plane, which I'm hoping it feels like it's soon. I can see again. I can see the illusion is being removed. He is gone. He's gone. Thank God. I love you. Love yourselves because you're amazing. I look forward to working with all of you, creating heaven on earth and heaven in the universe, and watching it blossom into a beautiful flower of creativity, of expansion, growth, positivity, excitement, infinite supply, beautiful clear energy, beautiful flow. It's just gorgeous. This new universe is awe-dropping. I mean, it's gorgeous. I'm so excited to share it with you. I'm so excited to ignite it in you. I love you.